Hey, everybody, welcome to the game room for tonight. I am All That Pat, as always, joining you for New York Nerd Show. Do thank you so much for coming on tonight. Because it's going to be a good one, I hope. Tonight, you have read this correctly. I am going to be playing the one and only Jumanji Nintendo Switch Edition. This did come out for Xbox One and also PlayStation 4 about a year and a half ago. It coincided with the second Jumanji video game, movie. So, I don't know if you've heard about it. I don't know if you've read anything, but I'm going to give you a little taste of, what to expect today, because I wanted to buy it when it came out. However, I was a little hesitant because it's a full price game, and I was seeing reviews like this. Screen Rant says, video game review, another mindless tie-in. Jumanji The Video Game is unfortunately yet another mindless tie-in game that is mostly repetitive with dull dialogue and uninspired gameplay. How can you beat that? Well, I'll tell you how you can beat that. We also have, here we go, here's another one, another review that is incredibly stirring, incredibly exciting. This one comes from right here. Can you smell it? And if you look at the score for the top, 3 for bad. Now, I'll save the last review for least, because this next one, ooh, is it a stinker. Look at this average on this one right here. Here we go. I don't think I've seen too many games getting this kind of, a score. But here we go nonetheless. This got a 1.3. Yes, that's right. A 1.3. You can't get any worse than this, can you? Well, believe it or not, I am here to defend this game for as much as possible. It is not a great game. However, I'm going to kind of go ahead and explain to you where the potential is, right? And some of the things that did actually do decently. So here we go with Jumanji on Switch. Now, I will say that right now, if you are interested in this game, it retails for about $19.99. You can get it online for a little bit less than that, but really you're looking at basically about $20. All right, so here we go. You've got to be kidding me. Where is it? You think it's kind of a game in itself. Apparently, the Fates would have it. They don't want me playing this thing. I have it all set up, and I do not have my controller handy. Where is this thing? Let's see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just put this on solo so you can kind of see it. Here we go, as I go and find my controller to go through this wonderful game of Jumanji with you tonight. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry about that, but again, maybe that was a there we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Again, this might have been a sign of things to come. But no, I've actually been playing this quite a bit, believe it or not. So graphically, this, I would say, is right around like early PlayStation 3 era, just so you know. So you only have one mode. That's the biggest problem of this game altogether, is that there's no real story to this. I figured it was going to be like, Jumanji the movie. It's really not. It is a wave type of game, where you go through different waves of enemies and obstacles to do, and it just kind of keeps repeating itself over and over again. I'm going to show you one level, and once you've seen this one level, you've basically seen all of them. But one of the things I do like is that you do have all 4 characters from the movie. The Rock. Basically, you see all 4 of the characters, right? So basically, as you go, you can unlock different things, unlock different weapons and outfits. The only thing that's unfortunate is that I don't know if you're going to want to play this multiple times, but if you do, cool. This could be a game that you can actually have some buddies over at the house, or if you have kids, they might want to keep coming back to it. It's couch co-op, though. There is no online play that I could tell successfully, which I thought you were supposed to be able to, but I don't know. All right, bottom line is here's the 4 levels. The Bizarre Bazaar, Jungle Hideout, Mountain Fortress, Night Pursuit, and that's it. I will tell you that the Bizarre Bazaar and Night Pursuit are either the exact same level or damn close. Obviously, there's a lighting change, but that's about all I could tell. And I've gone through all of these. Which stage would you like me to start with? If you put it in the comment or in the chat, I can go ahead and start with that one. I'll give you guys about 10 seconds if you want to give us a shot. If not, I'll just go through one of the levels. So basically, each level is broken up into about 6 parts. You start, there's some parts that are basically you're trying to find the 4 pieces of the Jumanji stone. And then you'll have a level where you're basically defending a statue while there's waves of enemies coming at you. If you've played Star Wars Battlefront, it's kind of like the onslaught mode. And then the third area is going to be you're going through traps. You're going through like an underground maze, trying to find the gems in a trap setting, and then it just repeats over again. And it does that 2 or 3 times in each level, and then that's it. Again, I enjoy it. I will tell you that. I enjoy it, but I cannot imagine somebody buying this for 40 or 60 bucks, whatever officially retailed for, because I would be angry. $20 is way too much. I got it for buy 2, get 1 free. It's the only reason why I'm not like freaking out about it. So one of the positives, right? A big plus right here is that each of these 4 characters is exclusive, unique. Right? Dr. Smolder Bravestone, he's the power guy. He throws grenades. He's got like a Superman power punch on the ground. Really tough, does a lot of energy. Ruby Roundhouse, she's kind of like, athletic. She's very quick. She's got some good strength, but she actually does the dance music attack like she did in the second movie. Again, very accurate to the movie and very unique for the character. Professor Shelley Oberon, Jack Black's character, one of his big keys is that he can power up everybody. So he will actually make a circle of energy that'll help to increase the people's energy and basically help them with health buffs. Again, it's different, right? And then you've got Franklin Mouse Finbar. Again, he's quick. He's got some energy, but he's also he has a monkey. He sends a monkey out that kind of does like reconnaissance attacks. Not bad, right? Again, this is like the plus. I'm trying to be as good about this game as I can. Because those, I would say those reviews online are terrible. So I want to kind of get some ideas out there that it's not the worst. All right, again, graphics, nothing to write home about.
Welcome to the jungle. I need you to return this jewel to the statue and call out its name to save Jumanji. You will need to use your wits and the jewel to make your way there.
Now, from what I understand, they do not have the real actors doing these voices. However, a Kevin Hart and a Jack Black impersonator, it's not hard to come by, and as a result, those characters sound pretty good. All right, so basically you have your melee attack with very basic combos. You can see that Ruby is doing the music attack right now. One of the things that I do enjoy is that it does nothing for you, but you can actually like knock out these little tikis in the background. Just adds a little bit to this very shallow game. But again, there's his monkey, by the way. There's Finbar's monkey. Okay, and I'm going to go through these levels a little quicker after I kind of show you this. All right, you can see on the bottom of the screen, I'm going to make this a little larger just so you can see it. You've got the different options on there. Top left is showing you how many of the stones you still have to find. Again, there's 4. A key thing to know is that once you pick up a stone, you have to send it off to somebody else, okay? Because ultimately it'll start to beep because I guess it almost like burns your hand for the lack of explanation. But that will start taking energy. So I'm just going to tap one of the directional pads and I'm just going to send it. All right, you can do it. The controls are very standard. I will say that. If you've played any kind of game like this, you're going to know how to play this. I won't get super deep into what those buttons are because you might not be playing it on the Switch. All right, so now I'm going to kind of just get into it. I've already got my third one. and I'll find the fourth one, and then I'm going to head out to the next part of this level. Remember, there are 4 levels total in this game, maps. They're all the same, different skins and different layouts, but what you're supposed to do is 100% the same. Again, if you're just joining right now, you have the first section, which is all about just collecting the 4 Jumanji stones. Second stage of this level, I'm going to be having to defend a statue from a wave of bad guys. Then I'm going to go into an underground maze to once again find 4 more Jumanji stones. Then it's going to happen all over again. If you notice on the screen, you got the green arrow. It tells you whether where you are supposed to be. Like so if you can't find the Jumanji stone, like even in like a minute at most, it's going to tell you, which is kind of annoying because it takes away any of the difficulty. But again, I've actually played this on all the levels now, and it's not hard. You may have noticed as well, there are power-ups everywhere. Like they don't give it any kind of possibility of not winning. Like it's as easy as you can get. Which again, if you don't want a challenge, you just want to enjoy it, that's fine. Yeah, and thank you, Bitterus. Yeah, it'll electrocute you if you hold the gem too long. And the 4 different levels are on there, and medium and hard, there are difficulties. However, I didn't notice much of a different challenge, and I think that all boils down to all these different power-ups littered throughout the levels. Without those, that might make more of a challenge, but they want to make it as easy as possible. I don't know why that is. All right, so now I'm going into the second area, which again, this little thing's going to raise up as soon as it loads. Takes a little second to load sometimes. There we go. Now I'm just going to you're going to see all the enemies start to pop up. He's just chilling there apparently. Blow up the barrels, take people up. You can see like look at the AI. They're literally standing there. Like again, I'm only like nitpicking because of the online review here. Like I said, if I was a kid and I had a Switch and I had like a brother or sister or buddies that were coming over, this would kind of come into our rotation periodically. It's not going to replace Fortnite. It's not going to replace Mario Kart or Smash Brothers. Not at all. But again, if, your aunt got this for you for, Christmas or something, it could be worse. Again, because I just feel that, I don't know. I've played worse games, but I don't think I've played too many shallow games in this era. And definitely, if there's more of a challenge, that would definitely, help matters for sure. So as you can see, I'm already halfway done just, elevating it. And even when I got hurt for a little bit, I just ran out and got more energy. Was it trying to? Oh, now that's uncommon. I'm dying because I'm not paying attention as much, but trust me, it's not going to make a difference. It just isn't. But I think it is kind of funny that I'm talking, for the last 10 minutes about how there's no challenge and I die. One of the things that I don't understand about this game is that they have a replay value in the sense that the guys can get power-ups, get new weapons. Cool. But all of a sudden, like there's almost like no reason to replay this. I mean, I can't imagine that I'm going to go through and unlock all of the Rock's gear. Honestly, after this review, I'm almost done. All right, second wave. Now I'm going outside again, and then I'll be going underground in a minute to do the the traps. The third wave, which what I'm at now, they introduced the animals, like the hippo and the rhinoceros and things like that. They do add a sense of difficulty because it's one-hit kills. You have to figure out a way to get around them so that way they don't just run you over. And that can be relatively challenging because they don't pay attention to anything. They really don't. It's just chilling there. Again, I don't design games, but this is very poorly done. But again, it is what it is. This, I think, would be, I guess. So here's the thing that I question. Fortnite is free. Obviously, you can buy skins. You can do all that. But Fortnite, one of the biggest games, in the world for the past like 3 years, is free. This one was $40. It's just that alone. When the people were trying to make this game, if it was going to be anything other than a cheap cash in, and Bitterrit says we was selling this afterwards. She wants me to sell it. I'm probably going to keep it. And it's only because, again, I can just see having people over, somehow convincing them that we should play this, play it like, for half an hour or whatever, and then be done with it. I don't mind the game overall. I'd be so mad, though, if I bought this when it first came out, like I was actually considering. But because I technically got it for free, I'm like, all right, whatever. It's unique, at least. That's the thing for sure. It's a unique game. And I don't know. I just think it's accurate to the movie, at least. Like, the characters are well-defined. They have, like, unique abilities. There we go. My controller just kind of goofed on me for a minute. I don't know if that's a problem with the game or my control. Oh, shoot! I almost got a... what's the worth? You can buy this on eBay. I saw earlier today. It goes for about... Basically, it goes for about $20 online. So, I can get all my money back for it if I chose to. But I don't know if I will. Although, I can just imagine I'll wake up tomorrow morning and it will be missing. All right, so I'm going to run best I can, get away from this. All right, cool. There's the exit. Again, thank you for joining me right now as I play through Jumanji. There are 4 levels total. That's it. Each level has a variety of different worlds. But, again, you're going to be seeing most of these today. All right, here's the underground level. Okay, I'm going to go through all these, traps. Now, it is true. I saw people say this online. You don't have to even avoid these. You can just run through everything, and the energy increases that they give you, they make it so you don't have to even, try. But here's the reality. Try. You know what I mean? Just for the fun of it. Because as you can see, I got down to half my energy by running into something. There's 2 energy things at the end to help replenish it. Again, it's kind of silly that they even did it that way. But whatever. Say there's 2 more at the end of this hall. Like, it's like, other than like just not paying attention to your energy, or getting killed by the animal, I don't understand how you could lose this game. I just don't. The things that are swinging from the ceiling, I think they're swinging axes. I mean, I'm assuming there's probably a better word for it, but, if you push down with any character, that kind of tells you all their moves. So that kind of like eliminates need for an instruction book, which, no surprise, there is none. But that's not anything against Jumanji. That's every game these days is missing instructions. Okay. So I've just gone through the first wave, like the first total wave. There's going to be another round of all 4 of those levels, and then we're done with this level. Now, the only difference is at the very end of the second run through, you're going to hear they're going to get to a big statue, and they're all going to say, the main guy is going to say, "You've saved Jumanji," and then they're going to say Jumanji, and then it ends. I wish it was more exciting than that, but it's not. I don't know if you've been able to tell during this playthrough, but there's like with the voices, each character has, I think, maybe 3 different things they say, and they are designed to match up with a scenario. right? Like if their energy is running low, or if they have something, or like, come help me, whatever it is. They don't match though. Like I've had my character say, "Oh, I'm running out of health," and I'm completely full on health, or I've got it and I'm nowhere near the like. I don't know why Jack Black's character keeps yelling, "I got it," because he's doing nothing. He doesn't have anything. Again, how long does it take to complete a level? I would say one level you can do in about a half an hour, if that. I mean, you're going to find out today. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably going to be about a half an hour if you're paying attention. So just by going through the actual game, if you did every level once, you got about 2 hours worth of gameplay here. Which again, I guess, so it's hard. You can't really compare this. Like, okay, if I were to compare this, right, to a game from the 90s or the 80s, which again isn't necessarily the way to do it, but if I did compare it, I mean, I've had games back then that, oh my God. I definitely have had games that last a lot less. But again, it's like for games with this kind of technology behind it, it should last longer, but it just doesn't. All right, so I just cleared that out. Again, I have this feeling that I am going to actually die during this playthrough, but it's all good. And Bitteritz. No, I don't think there was an original Jumanji movie when the first games came out. There was games for some other weird Robin Williams movies, like toys. But yeah, I don't believe there was a Jumanji game for the original games. Don't jinx yourself, exactly. And again, this, like you said about the PlayStation 2 too, it's like this really does. The graphics do remind me of a PlayStation 2 game. You know, like nothing in here is well done. It's just not. You know, I can't pretend that it is. I'm wondering if this was actually almost like a proof of concept game. Like, you know, here's what we could do. And then they decided, oh, well, let's just get it done. You know what I mean? They turned it into an actual full-blown game. Because I don't know why else it would be so shallow. All right, so it's going to tell me where to go. And, you know, if you guys have been watching me do video game reviews, you probably know that I have trouble paying attention a lot of times, but I'm pretty much able to be distracted and still figure this stuff out. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm expanding my time by just shooting all those little, tikis in the background. They don't seem to do anything. You're going to unlock the same things. You're going to go up one level every time you run through it. I don't think that it actually makes it. I don't think it increases your score for real. You know, I mean, maybe it does, but it's like a mental thing. It makes me feel like I'm doing better. Yes, and I need to be working on multitasking. Yeah, and also asking, like, you know, did they make one for the second movie? This is the second movie's game, in the sense, like, it came out for the second movie, and I think it just boiled down to, like, the timing of it. This was the game they put out, you know? All right. All right, so I'm going to try to find, oh, it's right there. Oh, yeah, you can't jump. That's something that I find very strange, too. You know, and I don't know what the reason for that is. If it would be hard to program to have your character jump, as weird as that sounds. Okay, there's my third one. And there's one more, I believe, over here. It's funny. Where is it? I'm going to sneak up on these guys. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I need to get some health. Thankfully, as always, it is right here. I know. Yeah, the whole thing was that they get put into a video game in the movie, so you would think that it would be logical to make a movie video game, which is what they did. It's just unfortunately that they just didn't do well with it. But again, the concept is there, and that's why I'm doing this video, is that it is not, this isn't a bad game per se. It just was never, I don't feel they finished it. I just, for whatever reason, they had to put it out, budget cuts or something else, because if it was just a lazy attempt, you wouldn't have the characters in it. You wouldn't have, all the characters would play the same. You wouldn't have a variety of different level formats. Like you wouldn't have a collect the stones. You wouldn't have a go through the traps. Everything really would be the same. It's just, again, I assume they just ran out of time. All right, let's see. Again, I believe I'm going to have one more defend the stone, and then I'm going to go through a maze, and then I'm going to be done, I believe. There is a map, by the way, on the bottom of the screen, but it is it's not very useful. And I don't know if it's just on my screen, but it seems to be chugging along on our stream. I apologize if it is doing that on your end too. Oh God. All right, I got to focus here. Where am I going right now? No, that's the beginning. So basically, you know where your exit is if you see like the torches in the background. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. This is not a stealth game, by the way. He is just not paying attention to me. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to power up one more time. I'm going to go into the defend the obelisk or whatever. No, this is it. I'm going to go into the maze. Underground. All right. I did lose, I think it might have been this level. I actually ran right past one of them. It's because like the angle of it. All right, and like that was annoying. I had to keep going back, but it wasn't like anything crazy hard. Yes, I think that we should have somebody build off of this. Again, it's not a terrible game. It's just unrealized. You know, that's like one of the best words I can use to describe it. All right, here's that. Again, I got to be close to being done with this level. Again, I'm either done here or I have to do one more of the defend the center, and then I'll be done. All right, yeah, let me defend the center, and then I should be done. And I could be hiding because there is, you know, you can crouch, but it's just like, I never feel like I need to. Let me go get some health. There you go. Okay. You know, in your computer controlled characters are not exactly you know, going to be invited over to dinner because you're so happy they helped you. You know, thankfully they are at least programmed to have, you know, useful power ups and weapons, but they get in your way more often than not. But since they spam their moves, you know, it does help you. Oh boy, let me get out of the way. I do not want to die again. Oh boy. So yeah, just respawn too. Oh, it didn't actually do anything this time. There you go. And again, if you notice, it's still going up. That's the thing that's crazy, is that even though I'm nowhere, none of us are near it, it's still going up. Even though it's like it's got this animation of having to lift. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Tell me I'm not going to win this game. Oh my God, I didn't do it. Well then. I don't know what to say. I was very close to beating it. Trust me when I tell you this is not a hard game. It just isn't. I just wasn't paying all that much attention. Once I beat that, I would go down a hall, and like I said, there'd be like an actual Jumanji statue. I would say Jumanji, and then it would go back to the main level. You know, the title screen. Well, question for you though, in all seriousness, did you actually ever try the game Jumanji? Got terrible reviews, but you can kind of dig into it. If you get it for cheap, $10, grab it. Grab it for $10. That's probably my my highest amount of money that I'd pay for this thing at this point. Again, like Bitter Ritz mentioned earlier in the chat, I got it for free. Technically, I did a buy two get one free. If you want to look at some of the other games that I've gotten and played recently, you can check out all of our other different shows. I did last week. I did Nickelodeon Kart Racer 2, which is another game I got in the sale. Not a bad game. Anyway, you're watching The Game Room. Tomorrow's I Stream, You Stream. We're going to be taking a look at the final episode of the first season of Loki on Disney+. Friday is Funko Royalty. Saturday is Mail Call Mail Time. Call of the Wild is on Sunday. Crazy Card Collecting is on Mondays. Tuesday is Slam Nation Wrestling. Lots of different shows that we have. Tomorrow is actually going to be technically our 200th episode. So make sure to check that out. But you can see all of our episodes at your own time, too. Even though we debut them at 8 p.m. Nightly, go to our YouTube page. You can see all the different shows we've done. And we have others that we don't normally do regularly. Like Bitter Rich and I do recipe reviews sometimes. But either way, thank you so much for joining us, joining me. I'm really happy to have you on here, and I appreciate you playing this game with me tonight. Again, check out Jumanji. Get it for $10. Go for it. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's enjoyable for a unique experience. But you'll play it for maybe a couple days and you'll be done with it. You're not going to get those hundreds of hours like you do in some games. With that being said, though, I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your evening. I'm going to go watch Low Key. Got to check it out for tomorrow's show. But until then, adios.